Well, we got
right?
NFC East.
NFC East. All right.
Ron Rivera.
Washington this is like a beta division.
Interesting.
Let's go.
All right. Go ahead. Ron Rivera, the Cal Bear.
I think Ron Rivera is a little beta to me.
Is he?
He's got a little beta in him. I think, what's interesting about, Ron Rivera, and what they're doing over there. Like, he's one of those like fake alpha dudes to like come in. And I feel like a lot of these guys in this division, especially the guy ready to get to that's next on this list. He's the ultimate version of this, where you come in and you like try to like prove something and try to like, force yourself and like force things and, try to, expand your leadership. You probably pass out leadership books. He probably gives out leadership books.
Oh yeah. Acronyms, a lot of acronyms. Yeah.
Have you read John C. Maxwell? He's one of those guys.
Here's what we're going to tackle, totally annihilate centers. Like he would have like some forced out acronym. I hate those. You're right. Okay, I'm with you there. Yeah.
He reminds me of those guys. Like, that like leadership is like a book to him. It's like it's not really a natural thing. So he doesn't have that natural alpha feel. He has to he has to fill it. But people are ready to kill me for that because he's like a big Ron Rivera defensive guy. He's the win dude. But I don't know, bro. I don't feel it.
Yeah, I have him as alpha just because of the Riverboat Ron stuff. But I like defensive guys that go for it on fourth down. I like that a lot because I hate the fucking punting defensive guys. Your defense isn't that good. It never is. Offenses are better than defenses now. Go win. And plus on fourth down, go for it because you love your defense. Hey, I'll put my defense at the 45-yard line. Who cares? You know what I mean? Their defense is nasty. Like their defensive line is off the hook, like really good. But he has Ryan Fitzpatrick this year. Let's see how he uses Ryan Fitzpatrick because Taylor Heineke ain't bad. He's not bad at all. That was another team I would have liked to have seen draft a developmental quarterback, like even like a Kellen Mond, just somebody like take a flyer, like a mid-round flyer on a Kellen Mond. I know he hasn't looked great, but just something there besides those two guys. But I don't know. He kind of looks like a DARE officer. You remember like the DARE program in middle school? Like he looks like kind of guy. It's like, hey, Officer Rivera here to talk to you about that. Like, you guys seen this? This is meth. Yeah. Okay. It's like
lie to you about psychedelics and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's like smoking cigarettes outside. But so I don't know. He's alpha, but he could screw that up. He could definitely screw up Washington. And they're pretty they should be good this year. This division's not good. They should win it. So anyways, next.
All right, we got New York Giants, Joe Judge, or as I like to call him, Judge Joe Brown.
Judge Joe. Judge.
Yeah. I mean, this dude's the ultimate beta, bro. I feel like he's like, who makes grown men do up downs? Unless you're trying to prove something.
That's hilarious, dude. Fucking millionaires.
Like millionaires doing up downs.
Yeah, dude.
I know. And Leonard Williams re-signed there. Yeah, that's crazy. But
it's just like that fake tough guy. Like he's trying to be tough. Like that to me, that's like the ultimate beta stuff. When you are trying to be tough. Like it's not natural. Like you're trying to prove to guys that you are the tough guy and you are the boss. And if nobody feels that. So like Matt Patricia, he's trying to go in there and prove he's the boss. Like, no, bro. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these Belichick guys, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think a lot of them are beta, the Belichick guys. They leave and try to be Belichick.
Well, he wouldn't hire you if you're an alpha. It's a puzzle. It's like a yin and a yang. He's not gonna be like, "What is this guy coming in here with his chest all out? The fuck?
Yeah.
Wash my car. And like, my fucking the floor's dirty. Clean it up. Like just shit like that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That dude's the ultimate beta, bro. Making grown men do that kind of stuff, and then like they're retiring and stuff. Like, they're like, what the fuck is this? Fuck you,
I know.
Get out of here with that shit. So yeah.
So
it's wild.
So all those reasons are true, but it made our machine spit out an alpha rating, which is crazy. So, no, nothing you said was wrong. He let his quarterback get in a fight, which is insane. Like his Daniel Jones stinks, but like, whatever. Like he's not like this isn't Tom Brady level quarterback, but like his quarterback was at the bottom of a pile, just getting like his ass beat by the defense, and the coach is like, break it up, boys. So he's like from the sideline, like, stop beating up this sixth overall pick for me, please. Like, and I think the machine ultimately went from special, we have a rule, special teams to head coach is a very alpha move. That was what he was with New England. I think for some reason I could be completely wrong. I kind of liked watching their defense last year. I don't know why. Like I thought they were fun. They didn't really have a great pass rush, but it was good. James Bradbury's awesome. Like he's like they have really good stuff. I don't exactly remember what they did in the offseason, but I remember not hating. I know they got Kenny Golladay. That's whatever. He's going to play like 6 games, but like this team could like be one of those teams where like, and who expected the Giants to be 9-6 at this point of the year with a couple games left to go? So my problem with him is he should be coaching Philly. He's just a Philly guy. Like to me, like the Philly, like Philly would love him. I just feel like, I mean, they would love him and then eventually hate him as they always do. But like he should be coaching Philly. So, all right, next up.
All right, what do we got? Mike McCarthy.
I'm going beta with Mike McCarthy. I think Mike McCarthy is the ultimate beta because one, he had a beta quarterback he could not control. So, I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers.
You don't think Aaron Rodgers is an alpha? Whoa.
I don't think so. I think he's a little bit of beta. The time, I don't know. I feel like
because I'm with you. I'm with you on that dynamic. Interesting. All right.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers doesn't strike me as somebody like that. Everybody wants to like follow. Like they're just like whatever. You're just really good, bro. Just shut up and play. Throw me the ball, bro. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, that's what he tried to do. Yeah, that's what McCarthy tried to do.
Yeah, that's why he's so mad that like nobody wants to listen to him. Like Aaron Rodgers, like nobody, like everybody's like, well, why won't you get the players out? Whatever. Everybody's like, shut up, Aaron.
Yeah,
go to your room.
I know. Aaron Rodgers is funny. Aaron Rodgers is funny because he's like when he was like, I want more of an input on the franchise, and then all of a sudden he just wants his friends from like 5 years ago as his teammates. It's like that's what you didn't want good players. You want like your friends back. Exactly. Like it's like the Expendables. Yeah. Like what the fuck. But yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
But back to Mike McCarthy. Yeah, Mike McCarthy. I feel like he's super beta. He lost that Packers team. He's not able to control anything. He act like he went to PFF and learned a bunch of crap. And then he's got this. And then the way he's running this team, he comes in there and he ruins the defense and got them all playing all crappy and all that stuff. So I think Mike McCarthy is super beta, but the main reason is because he was not able to level up on Aaron Rodgers and tell him to shut up. And he had Aaron Rodgers, made the sway to actually get him out of there when nobody listens to Aaron or follows Aaron anyway. So
it's fair. Yeah. See, to me, like, and I guess we'll get to Aaron's coach soon, but Mike McCarthy left because I just thought, okay, maybe Aaron Rodgers is a beta, but you're right. He alphaed Mike McCarthy. What head coach lets that happen? Like, you know what I mean? Your head coach, you go out swinging, dude. I'm like, I don't give a shit about you, dude. Like, you're right. Exactly. Yeah. So the thing with this is like, I think McCarthy is like with the whole PFF thing. That was what killed me with him. I always thought I was kind of just lukewarm on Mike McCarthy. I always thought like, for one, he's getting fired this year by Jerry Jones. Like I'll say it right there. Jerry Jones has jaundice right now. I just watched him on Hard Knocks. His eyes are yellow. He looks like shit. Jerry Jones does not have a lot of time. 5 years ago, I think he was doing pull-ups in the gym. He just aged horrible. Those kitchen glasses of Johnny Walker really are catching up to him.
Yep.
And he was saying like, I don't think he's going to survive the year, but McCarthy, the PFF thing is so funny. So anybody who doesn't know PFF, they're like the number nerds guys. Like they're the number one, like football analytics site right now and stuff. And I'm a PFF listener. I like PFF. I like the grades. I like all that stuff, whatever. Yeah. I like to make fun of them too. Mike McCarthy only went there to get good PR. That's the only reason he went there. He wanted to have one podcast that would be like, Mike McCarthy is going to be fantastic. And then Sam Monson, I don't think Mike McCarthy is going to be good this year, Steve. And but he did hang out with us at PFF and learned about EPA. Yeah. And so that's what's going to end up happening is Mike McCarthy. I remember on Hard Knocks, there was a super forced clip where he was like, guys, our estimated something analytic is not looking good right now. It's like, that has to kill your soul as an NFL coach to go to PFF. That's like going to rehab when you finally know you have a problem. Like that's just like a football guy coming up through the ranks, like burly guy like that. And then just like, I got to go to the nerds for help. Like that's rough. It's rough. Yeah. He's a beta.
Super beta.
Next up.
Nick Sirianni, Philly.
Like I said, this is the beta division, man. Because who's Nick Sirianni?
I have no Nick Sirianni takes. I'm just going to let you know. So go ahead. Yeah.
And then he went his press conference and he couldn't talk. Remember that? He was like,
"We're gonna have systems in place that are easier to learn."
Oh yeah, he bombed. Was stupid. Yeah,
who bombs a press conference?
I know. As a coach? At least do some coke like Adam Gase or something. Just be like all wired. And be like, sorry guys, I've stayed up all night watching all 22. Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, Sirianni.
Yeah, it was Nick Sirianni.
Big, yeah, I'm leaning bad. This is another sacrificial lamb situation, in my opinion. I think they're going to be bad this year. Jalen Hurts is not good. I just don't think he's good at all. He's like a guy that thinks he's way faster than he is, and he thinks he's Deshaun Watson, but he's not. It's kind of like when you get like a 6 man in the NBA that thinks he's Steph Curry, but you're just like, dude, please stop shooting. Like, please stop. And then I think Sirianni, the only thing I've seen of him is he put up one of those lame slogan posters in the training facility, and it was huge, and it was like trust, teamwork, acclamation. Again, like you said, it's like the office, like almost like Michael Scott level shit, like you're doing in the office. I'm like, this is gonna flame out, and it's meant to flame out. Beta.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna flame out really quick.
Yeah. Next up,
FC South, Sean Payton, New Orleans.
Sean Payton.
I mean, Sean Payton's alpha to me. I think he's a alpha head coach. I think he's run that team for the longest, and they've been winning forever. And I don't see anything beta about him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could explain if you think he's beta, but I feel like he's a big time alpha. I mean, anybody could deal with Bill Parcells and tell Bill Parcells he's an idiot. I think is a major alpha, and then actually to go to the Saints and win. I mean, that took a lot to go to the Saints and win, and taking Drew Brees. You know what I mean? He took a chance on Drew Brees. That was an alpha move. Nobody wanted Drew Brees. Took that chance, and he's never had good. Really hasn't really had the greatest wide receivers in the world. No, and he's stuck to his little screen passes, and he's been winning with it for 14 years. So I think he's very alpha.
Yeah, no, that's good. I gave him, I didn't give him the beta rating, the machine did, but I did get that rating from the machine. But you're right, everything you said good, but I think the Magic's running out personally. Now, yeah, this is contingent on this. Just fucking, I know they named Jameis Winston the starter and stuff, but just let him be the starter. Stop putting this big GMO Mormon corn ethanol Mormon out there that can't throw. Like, come on, what is that, dude? Like, Taysom Hill is a useful weapon, but it's like, I don't know. Their offense is so weird. It's like they have to do that. It's like this. It's like the Ronnie Brown Wildcat, where you're like, all right, man, it was cool for a little bit. It's not. Defenses know what they're doing now. They're gonna have a fast guy and they're gonna gang tackle him. He's not that fast to the sideline. It's not that good. And I didn't realize, like, a lot of people don't realize how good the Saints defense is. Like Dennis, he's like living off of Dennis Allen right now. Like Sean Payton, like they gave up 21 points a game, which is real good. And they were a top 5 defense in the league last year. And again, this is where we get to the offensive guy leaning on his defense, right? The defensive guy leaning on his offense, like Mike Vrabel. I don't know. He's a beta. I would, I could see the alpha ratings. People don't realize he was one of the reasons Tony Romo's good too. Yeah. Like he in Dallas, that was where I really liked him. Everyone remembers the Junior Gillette hashtag pill addict thing when he talked about Sean Payton, where he just said Sean Payton hashtag pill addict is what he said on there after he got cut. But Junior Gillette is a psycho, so he's insane. So
it's wild, bro.
It's wild. Sean Payton. I just want to see Jameis in Sean Payton's system like all year. I want to see if he can if he harnesses that, then we are back. We are back because
Jameis.
The Bucks are really good, but I think that division still can be won by the Saints. I mean, they did last year, right? I mean, didn't they actually win? They did. Yeah. So, I'd love to see Jameis because Drew Brees was bad last year. Drew Brees was another guy who made the right reads, just couldn't make the throws anymore. So you have a guy that can make the throws. The guy's got a cannon. You just got to see if you can put that Drew Brees into his game. Yeah. So, next up.
We got Bruce Arians, Tampa Bay.
Oh, I'm going alpha with this one. Yes. I'm a big time Bruce Arians guy. I love Bruce Arians.
Fuck yeah, Arizona.
I think he's been an alpha for a while. I think that's why he took us so long to be a head coach, because he was so much of an alpha that he scared people. And people were scared of his demeanor and what he brought to the table. And he just gets players. It doesn't matter who it is. Mm-hmm. They're all gonna fuck with Bruce. Everybody fucks with Bruce. No, there's nobody who doesn't, see him or tries to test him. That dude is the ultimate alpha, and he's been running the same offense since 2003. So he's never changing. He's not changing it. He's gonna throw deep. He's gonna continue to throw deep. He's gonna go vertical. It's 4 verts all day. We're gonna run, just
how I play Madden. He's a Madden offensive coordinator. Yeah, he calls plays as I would on Madden, and I absolutely love it. You're right. Yeah. So man, I hardcore alpha. I mean, I just won the Super Bowl, man. Thank God. And Tom's getting a lot of credit, but a lot of it's Bruce, man. Bruce is good. And Tampa didn't start hot. And if people don't remember, he talked shit to Tom Brady in a press conference. He was like, "Hey, Tom, get your shit together, man. Like, I don't know, quarterback plays are guys are open. I don't know what's happening." He did that one. And you're talking about Tom Brady. Like, he was just like Tom Brady's a scrub. Like, yeah, it's a scrub that I brought over. Hit this open Mike Evans deep. Come on, Tom, stop being a pussy. Throw it to the Patriots. Exactly. You got like 3 Randy Mosses to throw to. Where's the arm strength, Tom? Like, he was doing that. And because I didn't think that was going to work. I was like, what a weird quarterback to have run the Bruce Arians thing. Like, you need that Carson Palmer. You need that. Like, I always wanted to see like a Deshaun Watson in that system. Like, somebody just like where you could just arm strength. But yeah, he's great. And looks wise, it gets no better than the beret, dude. That thing is so cool, man. He looks like an Uber driver that could tell you about like CIA Laurel Canyon shit. Like when he's driving you, and he drank paint as a kid. That's insane, dude. Like, he literally was like, damn, I saw like pistachio green paint and thought it was pistachio ice cream. And he just was like, ate it, had to go to the emergency room, get his stomach pumped. Then 2 weeks later, he said he saw the white paint and was like, is that vanilla? And then ate that. And like, I was like, yeah, this is destined to be an alpha football coach, dude. Like, because you never notice those football coaches that like, I always hear it. Like, and again, I didn't play, but like baseball coaches do the same thing when they're trying to like hype you up for something. They'll always tell you about like, look at this fisherman in China. He sits out there on this lake. He doesn't have all the fancy gear. He doesn't have all the stuff, but he gets the job done. It's like, that's his origin story for all this shit. Like, I drank paint as a kid and I'm here to coach football. Like, I don't have all my brain cells, but I know an offense. Like, so it's very funny. So yeah, next up.
Oh yeah, we got Matt Rule, Carolina.
All right, I would say Matt Rule is alpha at Baylor, but he's a beta in the NFL.
Facts. Completely different rating system. Completely different rating.
He's been in the NFL. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't just that fake rah / tough guy. I don't know if that doesn't work in the NFL. That's not how you get NFL players. These dudes are paid, man. They want to go home and go get some strippers. They don't care about your
facts. Especially Robbie Anderson. Like you think, what does Robbie Anderson do when you? Robbie Anderson looks like the dude from Don't Be a Menace, and then you think this guy's gonna just be like, what is this sweater vest weirdo guy doing?
Yeah, this sweater vest. That's nothing more beta than a sweater vest. I don't know.
So I Google Matt Rule spitting on himself. That's one of my favorite pictures of all time. At Baylor, he spit. He was like running, and I think he tried to spit, but the wind got it like all over his shirt and shit. Like, it was so funny, dude. And he was like about to argue with a ref, like, "Oh no, what the hell?" Like that, and it's just that spill. And I'm just like, the ref. I'm just looking at him like, "Don't you come to me." Yeah, don't you? I'll put it in the poster.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But what do you? So, and again, I'll give my rating, but I want you to chime in on this. How are you gonna like? Okay, he's got a pretty decent contract. I think he got like a 5 or 6 year deal. Panthers aren't going to get rid of him this year, I don't think. But all I know is I would never, if I wanted to get my offense going, bring me Sam Darnold is the words I would never say.
Pass on Justin Fields.
And it was him that said that. I'm sorry. I know you could say the GMs. Maybe I'll give coaches too credit. He's in charge there. He is the guy. Like, this is your team. You do this. Because I thought it was an alpha move the way they were building their organization. Give me these They went all defense last year. That was awesome to me. Like, whereas like Jeremy Chin, Derek Brown, they had good players. Like, and they got JC Horn this year. Everybody slammed that pick. I didn't hate that pick, although it should have been Justin Fields. But I like the fact that they're building like a really good defense there. But Sam Darnold is not better than Teddy Bridgewater. Like, you did nothing to improve your team, and you gave up a pretty decent pick to get him. Like not nothing. It wasn't a 6th round conditional or something. Like, they brought in Sam Darnold, gave him no competition because I thought they were going to get Fields and then just do a year of Darnold, and then you go with Fields. I don't know what they're doing over there. He's weird. He looks like Melissa McCarthy's husband in Bridesmaids. I don't fuck with him. I loved him at Temple. He was awesome. Notre Dame used to play Temple, and they had an awesome team, awesome defense, not a lot of talent, but they were like really good, well coached. It's just not translating, I don't think. So next up,
Arthur Smith, ATL.
What do you think, man? What do you think?
I'm kind of undecided on this. This is a little C for me because the offense that he ran too. I mean, he runs the Shanahan offense too. They run the Shanahan offense. So I don't know, man. I don't really know how. I don't have a rating for this one yet because I mean he hasn't really done anything. And I really haven't seen his demeanor. Nobody really talks about it. I haven't even seen him speak. Have you seen him speak? I haven't seen him talk.
No. Which I like. That's the thing. I like it.
Oh, you like that? See, I'm gonna wait and see on this one. We'll see. We'll come back next year and see what we got here. Smith.
Do you know the history of Arthur Smith? Where he comes from?
No.
So he is the heir to the FedEx royalty. FedEx, Federal Express.
Wow.
He is the heir to that company. And he decided, I'm going to do like the thing that requires the most work of all time, being like an NFL head coach. Alpha as fuck to me, in my opinion, where you're just like, Dad, get that FedEx shit away from me. I don't want all this. I don't want this. What is FedEx worth? It's got to be like $100 billion. Like it's like insane. Something like, I mean, Amazon ate into it a little bit, but no, I'm saying like his kids are going to eat if he were to just be in like he's like the Connor Roy of Succession, like where he's like the guy who didn't follow in the footsteps and he's always trying to do a separate business venture. So he's like, no, Dad, I want to be an NFL coach. He's like, why? Like, why would you? Because I love ball. I love Mike Shanahan, and so I think we're going to see a Matt Ryan revival this year. I think we're going
probably.
to. I think we're going to. I think their defense is going to be ass cheeks, but like I think they're going to be I took Matt Ryan as my second fantasy quarterback just in case. Yeah. I have Brady and Ryan, so I'm not getting rushing yards, but I have those two guys, and I was like, I could see Ryan. They got rid of Julio, but I'm not sure that was completely necessary for the Falcons to be a good offense. They'll
still be good.
No, yeah, they have Ridley and Kyle Pitts, man. Like it's and Russell Gage. Like it's a good team. And like I said, watch the Titans versus the Falcons offense because I think you're going to see a flip in production out of those two because Todd Downing is going to just sink the ship in Tennessee. And I think offensively, I don't know about Arthur Smith in game, but I think he's going to be he's going to get that offense back, I think, to the way Kyle Shanahan had him. So, next up.
NFC North, Matt LaFleur, Green Bay.
I'm going alpha with Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Matt LaFleur is definitely an alpha, and basically because what I talked about Mike McCarthy, he's doing the exact opposite with Aaron Rodgers. He got Rodgers to show up. I mean, he's got Rodgers, kind of, believing in him, and that took an alpha move to get Rodgers on board with what he's doing, and that's why he's winning. And he runs the Shanahan offense too, but he added his own little twist to it. So
Shanahan's like Sean Kemp with kids, man. Like he just has like a bunch of kids. Like his kids are everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's all over the NFL, bro. So that's why he has half his quarterbacks. I mean, that's why Aaron Rodgers threw 48 touchdowns because that offense made Jake Plummer look good. So
that's true. Jake the Snake.
You have an offense to make Jake Plummer.
Don't you speak ill on an ASU legend, bro? Like don't. He's a legend at Sun Devil Stadium, and you know this.
I know because I was a kid. I used to love. You
ever hear the story about? You ever hear the story about John Gruden trying to get Jake Plummer to come out of retirement? It's one of my favorite. Yeah, but I'll tell it. But it's like Jake Plummer is like fucking fat as shit, sitting on his couch, beer cans everywhere, pizza, and Gruden knocks on the door. He's probably like stepping on Snickers wrappers. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
I gotta say, Jake Plummer is a four-wall handball legend too.
Is he?
He retired. Yeah, he's into it, dude. He just.
Jake. Can we get Jake Plummer on a show? Like, there's no way. There's no way it's that hard. He was actually really good in NFL Blitz, actually, with him and David Boston. That used to be my underrated. When nobody allowed you to use the Vikings in NFL Blitz, they're like, "Hey, Viking, you can't use the Vikings. You can't do Culpepper and Moss and Michael Bennett. Like, you can't do that." I would go. Jake Plummer was always Plummer and David Boston because David Boston was like 7 feet tall in that game, so it was always good. Well, that's crazy. I didn't know he was a handball legend, but Gruden tries to like pull up, and Jake Plummer's like, I'm done, dude. Like, what the fuck? I'm like in a wife beater, fat, looking Vince Vaughn body and shit. Like, he's chilling, man. But
that's why he didn't come back because he was playing handball.
Yeah, exactly. He was like a famous handball player, so everyone was like, "Oh, Jake Plummer," they were just like freaking out.
Crazy, dude. Yeah, it's like, that's he got.
He's pretty good too.
I mean,
he was athletic, bro. He was an athletic quarterback. He could move and stuff.
Damn, I'm gonna have to speak on speed. I gotta somebody put me in contact with Jake Plummer. If you got a line on Jake, you probably live. If somebody might live by him or something, just be like, "Hey, I see Jake every day. It'll be nothing." Like just let me know. But
he's up in Idaho just chilling.
So you're saying about the offense? You're saying about the Jake Plummer's eating in that offense?
So anybody's gonna play. Seriously, any quarterback in that offense would look good. So That's why Baker Mayfield, you could put lipstick on a pig in that offense. It's,
Yeah. I kind of like that he fucks. The reason I have him as an alpha is because he does what Mike McCarthy should have done to Aaron Rodgers. Like I'm not saying that, I forget who the Packers GM is. Is it Ted Thompson?
Gunquist or something?
Oh, Brian Gunquist. Yeah, Ted Thompson just passed away. R.I.P.
Yeah,
that's right. I thought it was still him for some reason. But I'm sure Matt LaFleur had a say in the Jordan Love pick. I know there's no way you don't ask your head coach, hey, should I know you have a Hall of Famer, but what do you think of this Utah State guy? There's no way you just surprise that on your coach like that in his first year. I'm sure he did that, but it's the way you fuck with Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers secretly has a little he likes the butting head thing. I think Aaron Rodgers likes somebody to push his buttons just a little bit. They don't get him wide receivers. He's like, you don't need anything. My offense is fantastic. You don't need any of that stuff. We're going to draft Eric Stokes. We're going to do all this shit. And I like the way he does that. And then dude, Matt LaFleur was cool as a cucumber when Aaron Rodgers wasn't coming into camp. He's like, I don't give a shit. Fuck it. He can come in. He can slide through if he wants. Don't give a fuck. And he looks like he works at Quicksilver in the mall. He's another one of my mall guys. Quicksilver. You know what I mean? Another he's you're kind of like, you think he's shopping there, and you're like, oh, you see the lanyard? You're like, this guy works here. What the fuck? He looks like that too. I like Matt LaFleur, man. So,
I did too.
Yeah, he was a guy. I think I had him as beta last year, but I think he really bounced back. That's how it's a spectrum, guys. It's not, ratings are different every year. So next up.
I got Matt Nagy.
Oh God.
This is beta, right?
Yeah.
Matt Nagy's super beta, bro. This is like, this is everything.
Just Google him, Cy. Just Google him. Yeah.
There's nothing more beta than Matt Nagy, bro. Oh. Taking Mr. Trubisky and trying to win with him at all is a super beta to me. Even trying to do that, you know what I mean? And then I don't know what he does in offense. I don't know. He learned. He comes from Andy Reid, but then
what is that offense? It's motion this, motion that, motion this 2-yard gain. You're like, what is this? What do you?
Does Andy Reid not teach them anything? I'm starting is this why Eric Bieniemy
right.
get a job?
I think you're right.
Is it not because Doug Peterson offense was terrible too? I don't know what
but that's why the special teams guy is the best coach from Andy Reid's coaching tree, John Harbaugh. You're right.
Is he that teacher?
Yes.
Yeah. This is you guys are going to learn anything.
I wouldn't either. Fuck you. What I'm gonna play against you? Yeah.
You got a point. But yeah, he's beta, bro. So beta, super beta.
Terrible. And he's doing the total save my job thing with Andy Dalton, where he's doing the please don't fire me because I have Justin Fields and you don't want to give him 5 coordinators in 5 years. That's all he has going for him right now. That's the only reason Andy Dalton's starting. I mean, the offensive line stinks too, and I don't think they're going to be very good. But he's doing, when they're fucking 4-13 this year, he's going to be like, stay together for the kids. He's doing the stay together for the kids. Look, I have Justin Fields. We got to stay together for the kids. I have Justin Fields
for the kids.
He's going to do that. First off, bald guy with a visor, automatic beta. Doesn't matter what your record is. Bald guy with a visor. You have to have the hair. Doug Peterson was cool with the hair. It looked cool. Yeah. John Gruden, visor looks fantastic. Even though Gruden has switched a little bit, he's gone to the full covered dome. I think maybe we have a little receding thing going on there. Maybe a bald spot, Ben Shapiro style. But anyways. Matt Nagy, I can't stand him. I think he's terrible. He's the only reason one of the only reasons that I think the Bears don't have a ring. Honestly, that team should be. That defense was filthy. But I will say this: what would be you say you're trying to win with Trubisky? But what about this scenario? What if Trubisky balls out in 2 games where Josh Allen is out? Because I think that's actually a really good backup for Josh Allen is Mitch Trubisky. He's kind of like the Walmart version, great value. Josh Allen. What does that do for Matt Nagy? Because you're going to hear that shit. Be like, dude, this guy under Brian Daboll looks like. I mean, I know it's preseason, but goddamn, he was shredding the other day. I was like, yeah, Mitch. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But I think Mitch was just. I think Mitch.
What if he's Adam Gase? Is what I'm saying. What if he's Adam Gase? What if Matt Nagy is Adam Gase? It's the same guy. Wasn't Adam Gase Peyton Manning's offensive coordinator for a while? Which Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning's offensive coordinator. And so why did you get a promotion for not doing anything? And he failed upwards. But then you have the same situation where Matt Nagy is Andy Reid's offensive coordinator, where Andy Reid is Andy Reid's offensive coordinator. So. Yeah. I think it's the Adam Gase situation, the way where Ryan Tannehill didn't really look all that good with Miami, and then all of a sudden it was awesome with another coordinator. So what if that happens with Trubisky? Then Nagy should never get a job again.
I don't know about that, bro.
I know. I just it's like a 7% chance of happening. I'm just saying.
He like can't throw to his left or something. I don't know if his left is right.
Damn Zoolander quarterback.
Yeah, he can't like throw to his left at all. Like like he's like the worst quarterback. It's terrible. I don't get it.
Yeah, fuck it. Hey, anyways, next up,
Mike Zimmer, Minnesota.
I'm gonna go alpha with this one. I'm gonna go alpha with Zimmer. I'm gonna go alpha with Zimmer. The reason why I'm going alpha with Zimmer,
sorry, the machine just turned on. It was so mad.
I'm going alpha with Zimmer just because I think that he has like a demeanor that kind of like he'll call people out. He's not scared to call people out. I really don't think he wanted Kirk Cousins. That's what Everson Griffin said. He's quick to call out Kirk Cousins a lot. I think even with that crappy defense that he runs, that Paul Gunther tried to duplicate, that he still, he was a master of it. He was awesome on, third. He's crazy on third down. So I don't know. I think Mike Zimmer's he's got some alpha in him for sure.
Interesting. Yeah. So this one hurts my soul because he was one of my favorite Hard Knocks people of all time with that season with the Bengals. I loved him. He was so funny. He was a total defensive coordinator, just asshole.
Damn it, that's horse shit. If we get a press G, you get your fucking ass outside and get it contained. Okay? I told you this fucking quarterback runs. Keep him in the fucking pocket. You got me? You better quit bullshitting around.
You see even Dan Quinn this year, Dan Quinn cusses every other word. Mike Zimmer's the same way. I'm just going through his Mike Zimmer. Whenever he goes on TV, he acts like it's first time ever. He's like, he has a headphone. He's like, what the fuck is this? What do I headphone? And that's classic alpha football guys to not know how to use technology. and you always see the guys with the headset and they'll have the guy come over NASCAR pit crew style to fix his headset. He's like, I hate these things, And here's the thing, man. Why does that defense stink? Why is it bad? Why does your defense bad? And he has a really bad coaching tree too. Paul Gunther, bad. We know this. Bad. Your scheme requires the Pythagorean theorem to be or all this weird shit. I gotta, quadratic equations and all that stuff, just for you to be good. And I don't think it translates. They have these young corners who got roasted. All young corners did last year, but Jeff Gladney, that's a different story. That dude is in trouble. But all these guys, why does your defense stink? It was good a long time ago. A few years back, they had a great defense. When prime Everson Griffin, Harrison Smith, but it's tough for me to with the defensive guy that's leaning on offense, and I don't even think Kirk Cousins is that bad.
No,
that's the John Gruden. John Gruden's short list is Kirk Cousins. You better believe it. He is on the short list of
he would definitely
replacements.
Take Kirk Cousins.
Absolutely.
The fans would be pissed. That's why I can't wait to it. It's gonna be funny if they replace Carr because it's not gonna be who these guys.
I tell everybody that I say, brother, you think it's Lamar Jackson coming in? It's not Lamar Jackson.
That's what I'm saying.
It will never be
black fans.
Lamar Jackson.
We gonna get somebody, man. Just give me. Nah.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
No. Yeah. It is going to be the same exact style quarterback as Derek Carr is what's going to happen. That's who Gruden goes with. Sorry. But nonetheless, Mike Zimmer, I have a beta rating on him. I want them to be good. There's a non-0% chance that they're actually a surprise team this year. I love what they did in the draft, even though Darisaw is already hurt. But I like what they did. I think they drafted really well this year. So hopefully that comes in because I'm rooting for him. But damn, man, give me something, Mike. Next up. Whew.
Dan Campbell.
This is alpha, bro. This is
Dan
Campbell.
Dan
Campbell makes me want to go play football, bro. I want to go suit up, go play, bro.
I'll put the sound clip in post-production. I will put the sound clip in of his press conference. It's the best thing of all time.
So this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth. All right. And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off. All right. And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. All right. And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap and we're going to get up. And then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing. All right. That's going to be the mentality.
Bro, he's oh man, he's and I think he's gonna do good. That's what people like try to make fun of him, like especially like the smart PFF guys try to make fun of him because he's such a alpha kind of brute type of dude.
They want more Zach Taylors in the league.
Exactly. They want he's almost such a brute jock, but man, that's how you get football players, bro. Especially, and if you watched him on Hard Knocks when he was in Miami, bro, he's one of the best too, because he's one of those dudes that like, that's really hard on you, but it's also like he'll take you to the side and like, pump you up and he's a good mixture, right? So that's what I'm saying. He probably doesn't really know that much football.
I don't think he knows a damn thing about football. I don't think but he knows he doesn't.
Yeah.
So I actually will put the clip into this. Clip's actually better for this segment. I have an alpha. I'm just going to go ahead and rate him alpha. Like he can go 0-16 and it won't matter. Like it won't matter. But he has a clip where he's talking about how the GM makes all the decisions, but like he can't quite admit that he does. He's like, it's part of a thing. He might have actually said alpha in the clip. He's like,
a true alpha knows when it's time to concede for the betterment of the team.
It's a good thing for an alpha to delegate responsibility and stuff. It's like, it's the GM. He's ahead of you. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like saying your manager at the store. It's like, I tell him what to do. It's like, no, you don't, but it's great. I love it. The guys they drafted, Penei Sewell's having a rough preseason, but they, Levi Onwuzurike, his opening press conference was just as electric. He's like, fuck that shit. I want to tear somebody's head off and stuff. That's the team they're going to have. This is going to be a very fun team to watch. Good or bad, because you're going to see a lot of after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. This taunting thing is going to kill them. I don't think they're Texans bad. I think they're just bad. Yeah. Like I don't think they're bad. I think I forget who their offensive coordinator was, but I kind of liked the hire.
Anthony Lynn.
Yeah. See, I like that. That was I think Anthony Lynn's a good offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. He had Tyrod Taylor playing okay in Buffalo, right? Like that was. I'm actually like, I'm becoming, NFC. I'm like pro Lions in the NFC. Like, let's go. Let's. I want the Lions to do well. Next up.
Me too, man.
All right, we got NFC West.
Last division. This is This is the mall worker division, by the way. All four of these guys have a job in the mall, and I'll get to mine. Marcus, go ahead.
I'm gonna drop Pete Carroll. I'll be right back. You guys keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right, Pete Carroll. I'm going out with Pete Carroll. I think Pete Carroll is an alpha guy. Anybody who could tell Russell Wilson that you are not Drew Brees is an alpha. Just look to bring him into the room and be like, looks him straight in the eye and tells him, no, we are going to run the ball because you can't pass 600 times. It's like he told Mark Sanchez, like, bro, you're not ready. You're not going to be good in the NFL. Mark went, and guess what happened? So
he did. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
He told Mark Sanchez, like, bro, you're not. If you leave right now, you're not going to be good.
Yeah.
You're not ready. And he was like, oh, Mark went anyways, and look what happened. So I think Pete Carroll, he's the ultimate alpha. He built the Legion of Boom. Everything about that Legion of Boom is his personality. That team is him. That's his personality. Like a lot of people, a lot of those guys that came in there that they get the credit for building that, but that's Pete Carroll, bro. That's all Pete Carroll. That's why they're still the same way. They're still the same mentality. All his little nerdy fans, they hate it, but that's why they keep winning. And he knows Russell Wilson, and he's got control of Russell Wilson to tell him to shut up and hand the ball off, because the way you play is not volatile enough. It's volatile and it's not going to work all the time. So yeah, he's alpha for sure.
Yeah, I love Pete Carroll. He reminds me of, so his job at the mall is the Sharper Image. He looks like he works at the Sharper Image, and he'll pull up with you on a Segway and be like, "Hey, you looking at this massage chair, huh?" Like hella quiet, like sneak up on you. I love him. I actually used to hate him. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Hated Pete Carroll. Couldn't stand it. He skated out of there when shit got bad. He was like, "I'm out. I'm going to the NFL. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about." And I thought it would be bad. I thought he was gonna be a bad NFL coach. Yeah. But he knows how to not be a fucking college coach in the NFL. He knows how to delegate. He's like, look, I'm not the dictator of that you get in college. I'm not the talk of the town here. I'm in Seattle, which you kind of are the talk of the town in Seattle, but it's not the same as the college environment where like I run this shit. And maybe that comes from being in the Pac-12, because USC is not top dog in LA. So maybe that has something to do with like why guys in Alabama can't do it at the next level, or guys at LSU don't do good in the NFL, like coaches and stuff. Because maybe he realized he wasn't, but he delegates. He's like, I mean, again, you're right. I think the scheme and stuff is all him, but he does seem like he's just like, look, I'm here for like emotional support. I'm here to get my guys amped up. I love the gum chewing. It's funny. It's great. Their offensive line gets a bad rap a lot of times because Russell Wilson, you cannot block for Russell Wilson. It's impossible. You can't do it. Like even if you had a great offensive line, it wouldn't matter. That's why they never draft. And they suck at drafting. That's one thing about the Seahawks. They are terrible at drafting. Awful. Like DK Metcalf fell into their lap. Like Tyler Lockett was later and stuff. They cannot draft a safety. Their pass rushers that they've been drafting lately are ass. Like, and he finds a way to get him in the playoffs. Some of that's Russell Wilson miracle ball, but a lot of it's Pete Carroll alpha for me.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right, we got Sean McVay.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm going beta on this one.
Yeah.
I'm going beta with Sean McVay. I think Sean McVay is I think he's very beta. I think he's trying to prove that he's John Gruden, which is interesting to me. I always I watch him. I'm like, bro, you are John Gruden, like, but like a weird version, and you're like trying to like duplicate everything that he did, like his mannerisms and this decision making and like the way you like fall out of love with players. It's everything about him to me is John Gruden. But I think the decisions that he makes are very beta. I think the way he just got rid of Jared Goff and just blame his offense falling apart on Jared Goff. This is basically what he's doing. He's saying, I am the ultimate master of offense and Jared Goff couldn't run it. So give me another guy and I'll put him in and he's going to be the superstar, whatever. So, and I'm not really a big fan of his offense after watching it. So
is it more Shanahan or Gruden? Would you say his offense?
I would say it's more Shanahan,
okay,
but it's his offense though. It's his version. Everything he doesn't really because he doesn't do like bootlegs and stuff like that. It's his offense and his spin, but the NFL has figured him out a long time ago. So, but he's still running the same stuff. Mm-hmm. But he that's what I'm saying. Like he's not going to change, and then he doesn't. Yeah, everything about it to me is kind of beta. I'm not a real Sean McVay fan, to be honest.
No, I'm with you. And before we continue, look at behind me, my background. Look at this handshake between Gruden and McVay. Look at that. That's that he did the Trump, the bring your hand in, like bitch. I'm gonna talk to you. That's my favorite part about Gruden. That's my favorite part about Gruden is when he meets like a younger coach. He's like, you ain't shit, dude. Like you like fuck you. I know you. Like you know what I mean. Like you go get your shine box like Goodfellas. Like that's very much what Gruden does to McVay. Now with McVay, my dad is a huge Rams fan. He is like he has a love-hate relationship with McVay, and he's like he doesn't like McVay in the red zone. He thinks he does like too much stupid shit in the red zone. And for a while he was getting bailed out by Todd Gurley, who could go down as maybe one of the best red zone running backs ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably still is, honestly. If you just used him in the red zone, he probably
had like 9 touchdowns with no knees last year.
Yeah, dude, that guy's bone on both knees. He's like Brandon Roy, and like really bad. But like
still found a way.
No, that year in fantasy, I was going up against Todd Gurley. It was just like, or I had Todd Gurley one year in one league, and I was like, this is a guaranteed touchdown every game. Like, even if he has 59 rushing yards, he's gonna just crush it. But I think he got bailed out by that a lot. I think he got bailed out by his defensive coordinator last year because their offense really had some lulls in their offense last year. And now a lot of people are saying, "Oh, what about Stafford?" Marcus has an interesting. What is he? 2-42 against sub 500 teams or above 500 teams. 2-42 against above 500 teams. And all of a sudden, people think, "Well, that's just the team around him." I think Stafford's entertaining, but I think that's going to not. How much more wins do you get with Stafford over Goff? Like how many more wins? I don't know. Especially when you lost your defensive coordinator and you have Tampa 2 Raheem Morris coming in. I don't know.
Is that Matthew Stafford going to beat the Seahawks?
I don't know. Or the Niners. I mean, now I will say Jared Goff, it's a classic thing. Anybody who grew up a Niner fan can't beat the Niners. It's the thing. Aaron Rodgers can't beat the Niners. He grew up a Niner fan. It's a weird thing. I don't know why. Jared Goff always looked like ass against the Niners. Just terrible. Yeah. So maybe Stafford's a Georgia guy, right? Or he's a Texas guy. Yeah, he's Texas where he grew up because he was Clayton Kershaw's teammate in high school in Texas for baseball. But he, which you want to talk about some of the fastest pitching you'll ever see, dude. I guarantee you Stafford had at least 93 in high school.
Probably.
He's got a can. He probably threw harder than Kershaw in high school, honestly.
I bet he did, bro.
Yeah, because like that's filthy. But
and it's not too. So it's 8-68. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, extrapolated, it almost it's like you just basically expanded the fraction down there. Like that's 8-68 against above 500 teams. I would not be surprised if this team is like the Browns. Is one of those teams where it all falls apart this year. So I'm not. And McVay, his mall job, Pac Sun. He's a Pac Sun guy. Yeah, he's got the cargo shorts. He's the manager, whipping the lanyard around on his finger. He's like, oh man, these O'Neal sunglasses. You need an override card. I got you. Doop. It's the counter. He's that type of guy. I don't know, man. He's too LA now too. He really bought into that LA shit, man. When you see it's like he's dating Instagram influencers and shit. You're like, man, nah, not happening. All right, next up, Marcus is gonna have a good take on this one.
We got Cliff Bar Kingsbury, dude.
Cliff Bar Kingsbury.
I'm gonna say Cliff is alpha with the ladies, but he's beta with men.
Isn't he a cougar hunter? Isn't he a MILF hunter?
Yeah.
I always heard about that.
He gets women, right? But with men, he's super beta, bro. Nobody listens to Cliff. Bro, who are you, bro? Like, air raid? What is this? What is this office that you want us to run, bro? Like, we can't even win with you. He ain't won anywhere. He
was a bad college coach. That's like failed upward.
He had Patrick Mahomes and lost.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's like people out of the Democratic Party where you're like, you're not good. Why are you keep getting promoted? Like, yeah.
Bro, exactly. Like he's super beta to me. Like even his press conferences, like nothing to me screams like you're just like you have demeanor or anything kind of presence, bro. Like only women think you're tough, bro. That's
he's in the right state for that, by the way, though. I mean, yeah, you will clean up out there in Arizona. Yeah. But
I'm sure he cleans up in Scottsdale, bro. I bet he goes out to he's at Devil's Martini, just chilling out in Scottsdale with the Cougars. You know what I mean?
Big time. He's at the what's that auto show? That big auto show they come out.
Oh, Barry Jackson.
Barry Jackson. He's at that all the time. Like just hand on the Aston Martin. Like, what's up? Yeah. Like, you want to buy this? I can. Yeah, like just yeah. Yeah, I'll have you home by 8. I know you can't stay up that late anymore. But he's I don't like his offense at all. And I think they're gonna be that media darling team every fucking year that gets, because Kyler is overrated and Cliff Kingsbury is overrated, but every year the media is going to be like, this is when they take that leap. It's not going to happen this year. This division's too tough. Their defense is all right, but it's like you get JJ Watt, now Chandler Jones wants out. So it's like, all right, you brought in the aging rusher, and then now your guy who still has a lot in the tank is out. So he doesn't want to be there anymore. So I don't think it's going to be very good. Cliff Kingsbury's mall job, Sunglass Hut or at the kiosk. He looks like he works at Sunglass Hut or the kiosk in the middle. Probably the kiosk if he's cougar hunting. The kiosk gives you that range of motion that you can get. And he's I don't know, man. Cliff is just I don't like his offense. You're a scheme guy too. I was listening to Seth Galina saying like, how are you going to have an offense that has like no motion? You know what I mean? And it like, because air raid is a lot of doesn't really have a lot of motion to it. And you draft Rondale Moore, who that's what I would do with Rondale Moore, is be putting him in motion all the time, even if I'm not using him on the play or anything. Like, and it's just not going to be good, man. But I will say this. I've told Marcus my take on this. Kyler Murray's going to get hurt this year, I think. He's going to get hurt. Just miss a couple of games. Nothing crazy. Colt McCoy is going to win a few games for the Arizona Cardinals because he can see the middle of the field.
The field, exactly. That's my whole thing with Cliff.
Simply that.
Because how much can he really do? You know what I mean? Like, he can't. The middle field's gone. Dude can't. He's too short. He can't see it. So
yeah.
And he's not. Yeah. That's why I tell people like Kyler. Problem with Kyler is he's too short and he's not Russell Wilson.
And he's soft.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
You can't be short and soft. You got to be Doug Flutie, like fucking drag me off the field in a stretcher before I come out of the game. You
can't be scared to get hit, bro.
Yeah, because I've seen him take that hit and he'll get up, like look at his lineman, like, how dare you?
He's like, where's Oakland?
yeah. He's like, how dare you let me get hit one time in this game? Yeah, exactly. So Kingsbury, beta.
I still think he plays baseball 2 years, bro. I still think it.
Well, the A's have his rights, so he better. Yeah, he can't. You're gonna come play in Oakland or not? So, but they should have. But anyways,
yeah.
That last one, this guy, I got some interesting takes. Talked about his dad all episode. Son's got to be an alpha, right?
See, all right. With Kyle Shanahan, I'm gonna go alpha on this one with Kyle. The reason why I'm gonna go alpha with Kyle, all right, on this one, is I think Kyle, with his dad's offense, everybody else is like copying his dad, but he is a little different with it. His like it's a little bit of a change, and I just like how he kills Grant Cohen at all the stupid ass questions that he asks. I just like that. I like that. I feel like that feels very alpha. He's able to get his stupid questions, because especially when you ask like, why aren't you running with Trey Lance? Like, just because a black quarterback has to run in Grant's head, like black quarterback
in the preseason where I wanted this guy to be healthy. Yeah,
black quarterback run. But But anyways, and he just kind of went off of him, and I think some of those things too, and even even when you had Jimmy G and then trading up, I think that was a very alpha move to trade up and do that, and I feel like he's an alpha.
Is that him or is that John Lynch though? That's the thing. I think John Lynch is in charge.
Yeah, you got a point. Maybe I don't know. I feel like he picked the quarterback though, because it has.
John Lynch
to be
ain't letting nobody do. John Lynch is not gonna delegate his job. John Lynch is alpha. Like he's like, bro, you get no say. Just run the ball. I'm gonna give you an undrafted running back. You're gonna get him 1,000 yards, and I'm gonna draft a defense because I like to hit people. So that's he's a beta, in my opinion.
Okay, all right,
big beta.
Okay.
Now I don't go into history too much. This is a year-by-year ranking, but you have to with Kyle Shanahan. Atlanta Falcons blew a Super Bowl for the Atlanta Falcons. 7-step drop on Matt Ryan, Dante Hightower's strip sack. One of the worst things I've ever seen when you're up that much. I know you got to go for the throat. 7-step drop just felt like a lot there. We could have just maybe got some slants to Julio, some fun stuff like that when you're up 28-3. Anyways, I think he's good. I think he's maybe the best run game guy. Like if I just need to get 1,000-yard rusher and there's a gun to my head and it's like, hey, at the end of the year, if this guy doesn't get 1,000 yards, pull the trigger. I want Kyle Shanahan as my coach. I think he just calls a fantastic run game. I wish John Gruden would get a little of that going in his game too. Just like I think it's really good. Yeah. But I saw the trade up as different because I like Lynch makes that big trade up, but I feel like Kyle Shanahan, like, did he really want Trey Lance? Like, I feel like he's kind of like, nah, I kind of just want my little Kirk Cousins little fucking, guy. I feel like he likes more of that style quarterback.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. But what I hate, just going back to the game, and I think he screwed up a little bit in that Chiefs Super Bowl too. Like, I think he really just didn't stick to his guns in that game. And Mahomes stuff happened. It did.
Yeah.
Mahomes woke up, made some incredible plays. Things happened, but they should have won that game. They should have won that game. And the thing I say, his dad was psychotic. His dad was a psycho, like Mike Shanahan. I bet you he's just as good of an offensive coordinator as Mike Shanahan is, but he just doesn't have that killer instinct, right? He was born rich. He was born like the Bane quote from Batman. Like, I was born in the dark and you merely adopted the darkness or whatever. Like Mike Shanahan's got that grit to him from just having to rise in the ranks. Kyle Shanahan got jobs handed to him and he is good, but he lacks that killer instinct that his dad has. Very similar to Rex and Rex Ryan for Buddy Ryan. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way Rex Ryan could ever match his dad's intensity. You just couldn't. You were born under Buddy Ryan into had a nice life, cushy life growing up. So I just with Kyle Shanahan, his mall job, he works at Zoomies. That's where I have him working at. He's a Zoomies guy. With those hats, with that little tiny Niner hat thing.
The Eminem look.
Yeah, he got that Eminem, like, he's like, yeah, you ever listen to Aesop Rock? That's why I like to skate too. Like, and like, that's kind of what he looks like to me. I just don't know, man. I don't know. Have we seen him develop a quarterback ever? Maybe Kirk Cousins? Maybe.
See, I think Shanahan's problem is that he's the best play caller in the league, in my opinion. I think he calls awesome plays. Even you talk about the Super Bowl, like he called a play before the last drive when the Chiefs took the lead, where if Garoppolo makes that pass, they win the Super Bowl.
Very true. Good point.
If he makes that pass, they win the Super Bowl. And then, of course, the next time where he missed the deep ball after they lost the lead. But
good point.
I think the issue with him is that he's too arrogant and thinks he can win with anybody. And that's not true.
I think you're right.
You cannot win with anybody. So that's why Jimmy G, there's a lot on Jimmy G's tape that would tell you that what was going to happen in the Super Bowl was going to happen. So, but he's like, I'm kind of Shanahan. So,
yeah, I'm with you. I just, to me, it's like he hasn't had that much success, and I know they had a lot of injuries last year.
Bro. That's my thing too.
That's the other thing. It's like, dude, you've had one good season as a head coach.
I know, but he gets praised like he's awesome. He's an awesome play caller. I don't know about head coach though.
Exactly. Maybe that's what we ended up running into with Arthur Smith, like that kind of situation where it's like, man, mastermind, but like, I just don't know. And look, you had Nick Mullins looking okay. Like, there were times where he looked all right. Like, I'm not saying that he doesn't make stuff work, but it's like, dude, those first couple of years where he was the coach of the Niners, ass cheeks, dude. Like, they were bad. So I think we're riding on last name a little bit here with a little bit too much. If his name was just Kyle Johnson, Kyle Adams, Kyle this, like, you probably wouldn't. I don't think he'd have as long of a leash personally. So, anyways, that's it, right? That's it. Si, no more names.
The league, yeah.
That's the league. Yeah. So, Marcus, thank you for joining us. I think you were pretty. I think there were maybe like 5 or 6 differences. I'll count them after with the index. I think we were pretty solid with that.
I think so.
I think the algorithm's working.
Doesn't surprise me.
Very promising. I think the folks at Cambridge are really gonna. However British people get excited. That's how it works. But it's they're probably watching this like that. How they use that meme of everyone getting excited during the soccer game, like that. They're gonna do that with this. So, Marcus, let everybody know where they can find you. I'll give a shout out to Tape Don't Lie. Even if you're not a Raider fan and you just want to learn about scheme, you want to learn about certain things, watch Tape Don't Lie. Watch Tape Don't Lie. Like they'll teach. If you're a film guy, or if you just love X's and O's, just watch them. It's the Raiders, but you guys talk about other stuff too. And all that. So, anyways, you guys have some new stuff going there. So just promote that here, please.
Yeah. So, we're on silverandblackpride.com now. So, we got a whole bunch of shit on there. We got a podcast on there. We'll be doing instant reaction for the game.
Shout out BD.
Yeah. Shout out BD. So I got to watch all the third preseason game. I'm not excited about it, but it is what it is. So, you got that, we got the podcast on there. And then, of course we got the YouTube going, so check us out on YouTube. We got that going. We even got a nice little, we got a Manscaped deal.
I saw that. I saw your Instagram thing. Yeah, that was funny.
Manscaped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Manscaped promo.
Thing,
Secure the bag, bro.
Yeah, right. So you need some clean balls. I got you guys. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah. The lawnmower package 2.0. No, I have no idea. I always hear that on podcasts. But,
lawnmower 4.0 is.
Are we at 4.0 now?
Bro. I got it free.
Okay.
But yeah.
Don't demonstrate. Put it away, Marcus. Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, but please, we believe you. Yeah.
but yeah. So we got that going, and then it's a lot of shit, bro. And I'm on the radio like every week, man. It's been a wild ride since my fucking check down tweet. I don't know why that tweet went up.
That was wild.
It's been a wild ride since then, bro.
Shout out Bill Belichick. Yeah. Shout out Bill Belichick.
Shout out Bill Belichick, bro.
Bill Belichick doubling the checkdowns on Derek Carr, and then it's been a wild ride. Things happen fast there.
I know.
This is the second episode of RC Sports. It's in the game, and we are going to be doing a lot more of these, especially with the NFL season coming up. Hopefully, like I said, Marcus will be too famous for us next year, but I will contact his booking agent and see if we can make another slot work to recap what we did here. Maybe go over some grades from last year and stuff. So appreciate you coming through, man. Everybody follow us on Twitter at RareCandyPod1. All the links are in the bio there. And subscribe to the channel. If you're coming here from Marcus's channel, subscribe to the channel. Don't get scared. But don't let anything scare you, okay? Yeah.
Don't get scared, guys.
We're nice guys. All right. We're nice guys, man. Anyways, Marcus has to watch Nathan Peterman play his final 4 quarters of football. This 12 quarters of Nathan Peterman. So we'll let him get to that. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right, guys. Peace.
Take it easy.